Hey guys, Jen again. Welcome back. Well, happy knife maker. Got a couple of new boxes here. My belated birthday present. This came a few days back, and this just came today. And I am so stoked. This is awesome. If you saw in my tool video, or the shop video as I was going around, I had cleaned this out, and I used to have my skill bandsaw over in this little spot here, and I cleaned it all out for this particular tool. And so stoked. So I wanted to share the unboxing with you and what this was. So let me grab a table and we'll see what it's about. Okay, first off, we're going to start with the big box. Why not, right? Let's get this big box going here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see okay. I got to adjust the camera a little bit here. Again, the problem with not having a screen when you record. Well, if you follow Instagram, then you saw a little post on Instagram. You guys know what this catalog is, right? Of course you do. This is a very, very bad catalog. This is horrible, horrible. Well, it's a good catalog, really. So, but it's a bad influence. Oh, look at this. Got a bunch of stuff. I got bubbles, guys. That's what I got. Sorry, that secret's over with. Nope. So, I was so stoked. As you guys have saw in some of my videos, how I cut my metal. And, well, got myself a bandsaw. So this is nice. This is a 3-pack. So, new blades. And, of course, what you're all waiting to see. Oh, man, look at that. There it is. Ha-ha! Nice. This is the bandsaw model 6238-20. It's 11 amp AC/DC, and it's got a 5-inch 5x5 cutting area. The throat, I think, is what they call it. But so stoked. I've been looking for a while, and there's different channels out there. I've been following. Some of the guys got these. They'll have a DeWalt. They'll have Milwaukee. They'll have. I think I saw one channel. I forgot the guy's channel. It was a Makita. And then there's a couple of guys that do just a Harbor Freight one, and they rave about it. So that's cool. My problem is it's getting something, and I know it's not just going to be in the shop. I'm going to probably take it out of the shop. That's why I like the portability of it, and I can take it out and do other projects. Hopefully at some point I can get a MIG welder in here. I got an arc welder, but I'm hoping to get a MIG welder and then do some fabricating as well. Because when I was in the Marine Corps, I actually welded. I was motor T, and that was my job. I was welding and doing a bunch of other stuff. I'm hoping to get in some metal fabrication, and that's why I wanted a portable one. Second reason is I'm limited in space. As you see in a tool shop video, it's nice. It's 20 by 20. I really didn't want to have to move this wall over, 4 or 5 feet, and make this a very narrow path. I've got a good 5.5 foot space right here to move around. And the reason why I kept it that way was, one, because I was hoping that my son would get more involved, which he is, with making knives and doing things in here. So now I can have 2 people doing stuff. And also, I can actually use the floor to lay out long pieces of material and such. And I can weld, or I can fabricate and do something in the middle here. So, and still give myself a little bit of space to scoot around. Anyhow, so cool. So let's get this thing opened up here. And then we'll get to the other box. There's a couple of different kinds you can get. And again, going back to DeWalt and stuff like that, the reason why I went with the Milwaukee is the Milwaukee had the biggest throat. It had the biggest area of cutting and stuff like that versus DeWalt and the Harbor Freight one. The other thing is too is I'm kind of a believer in buy once, cry once. Yeah, it's a lot more expensive, the Milwaukee, compared to a Harbor Freight. This is a lot more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. And, let me see here. I'll be right back for a second. I got a dump truck coming up my driveway. This is why we were interrupted. We're redoing our driveway because of the power that we had to put in. I just got done raking it, so pardon my exhaustion. We don't own a tractor, and this came kind of last minute thing, so there was no renting one, especially just for a small load. This was only like 10 or 12 yards. We still got a couple more loads to do yet. We got to do
this in here, have it come across, finish the driveway off. We ran the power through here, so we got to pack this all down, let it settle for a month or so, and then get some more. And then hopefully fill some in back there where the cap is and such. But okay guys, I'm back. Whew. All right, it's been a few hours, but I couldn't help myself. I got to get into this again. All right, well, cool. Well, that's only half. The other half is in this. This is swag off-road. Now maybe some of you are thinking, what the heck's swag off-road? Well, Swag Off-Road is a small company, started out as a small company, and the little bit I got out of it so far was they got their business doing manufacturing components for off-road vehicles, Jeeps and such. So I said, well, if I'm going to order myself a bandsaw like that, I gotta have some way to cut on my D2 steel and such. And so Swag, in their infinite wisdom, came up with this little design. It's a table. I could throw a picture of it in there. It's a table used specifically for bandsaws, such as the Milwaukee. Then there's the DeWalt, the Makita, and the Harbor Freight version. So they have those. But this here it's awesome. I mean, you can put those guides like you see in your table saw. You can run those guides in here to cut 45s and 22.5s under angles. But I didn't need that. But what I did get, which was really cool, is this. This is the foot pedal. You plug your saw into the foot pedal, and then you plug this into the wall. And so every time you want to use the bandsaw, instead of having to turn on the bandsaw and then start cutting, just step on the pedal. And when you're done, lift up. If you get jammed or there's an emergency and you pick your foot up, it automatically shuts off. So that is real cool. Let me get you in here closer. Some directions and this table saw top here. But look at how, I mean, this thing is made phenomenally well. It's thick. And it's all rolled. It's rolled right there. A little bit of welding. Actually, there's no welding on this at all. Matter of fact, they didn't weld those corners. They're rolled perfectly over. Look at that. I mean, hopefully that's coming in. Man, look at that. That is sweet. I mean, guys, this is heavy. This thing is substantial. There's no weight in the box. It had to be under 50 pounds, of course. So, but I mean, also the level of packing. You guys see they put it in 2 different priority mail boxes, and then they wrap this up with some UPS packing wrap, and then this is their sides. Now you can get this, you can get it powder coated, painted and stuff like that, but it's a little extra. I got so much paint here in the shop, and it's going to sit here. I just figured I'd paint it by hand, but hopefully that comes out too. You got Swag right there. That is nice, and they got the holes here, so you can bolt it down. You know, those laser CNC machines are just awesome. How that does that kind of work to it. That's the pedal. That's the left and right sides and the table. So let's see what's in this box here. So they give you a nice little pack of bolts, and I have to see what that little knob's for. It bolts and nylock washers. Is that? Yep, nylock washers. That's really good. Let's see here. We got Swag. Bunch of other little Baja bins or something like that. It looks like it's a container, or a thing that holds a container, the Rubbermaids. Now there's the directions. So easy enough and simple enough to deal with, I guess, right there. And looks like that knob goes up underneath the table somehow. Got a little Swag business card here. Swag sticker. So good stuff, good stuff. I got a spot for this sticker. Let's go do that right now. Now, I gotta tell you, Swag did not pay me for this, nor did they send it to me for free. I bought it. I bought the Swag table and I bought the Milwaukee. So just putting that out there, guys. I'm not one of them lucky YouTube people that get that stuff for free. All 60 some subscribers, I don't rate free stuff like that. So I'll tell you right now, I believe this table that I got was around $155, something like that, shipped. And it was free shipping actually, so $155 shipped. And the Milwaukee was, with the 3 blades, was right around $350 or something, so I believe that's what it went down to. I went to Northern Tool, and that's where I got this from, and that Northern Tool was actually cheaper than Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime member, like probably a lot of people are, but this saw on Amazon Prime, not counting blades, but this saw alone was $40 or $50 more on Amazon than it was through Northern Tool at the time when I got it, so that was awesome. And then the blades, I forgot what the blades were. The blades were probably somewhere around, I think, $25 or something. I'll put everything in here as I'm talking. I'll throw the pictures in and stuff like that. And so let me get the directions and some tools, and let's put this thing together. I want to start out by saying, too, again, another company that I got no affiliation with is Craftsman. About 3 years ago, my wife and my kids got me this for Father's Day, and this thing is awesome. And I'm going to use this to help assemble this, I suppose. But what's really nice about it is, if I can get you in here, I'll show you guys. It's really nice. It's a hard case, but look at all that. I mean, those are all those star sockets. Flip this fabric over, and there's the rest of it. Got a screwdriver handle, but it's actually for the sockets. And then here you got all your really small, your bits, your 8s, number 3, 5/64, 1/8, all that kind of stuff. These are star bits, and those are Allens. And again, all sorts of metric and standard. And they give you the sockets right here, the wrench. And then these are the recessed parts. But what's really cool about these is, you notice there's a hole through them. So it doesn't matter if you have bolts that extend beyond where the nut is. The bolt will pass through this so long as it's at diameter. I haven't really had a problem with using this for most of anything, including building a deck or helping me work in the shop and put tools together here. So, again, really nice setup. It's 3 years old. I have loved this thing. It works great. I have no complaints about it. So I give Craftsman a thumbs up. If you find something like this, guys, it's well worth the money. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to get you guys into seeing how this gets put together. So I'm just going to put you off to the side and start recording, and hopefully you get to see a little bit of what's happening. But this, so far, it's quick and easy. I mean, it's literally you're taking these, and you're assembling the tabletop. Okay, now that that's set up, I'll have to take it apart again later on because I got to get the band. I got to put a blade in there yet. Didn't do that part. Get too excited. So what I'm doing now is, now that I got the blade back on, I set that screw in there. What you want to do is you want to make sure you take something real flat and straight, and you want to run it across the table that you're not catching that screw, because you could feel it and it feels odd when you're doing this with your finger, but to make sure it's not sticking up too far, you do this. If it sticks up too far, you'll lift this up ever so slightly, or if it's lifted up and you run it across, it'll drag and it's not catching, so that's good. Went ahead and drilled 5/16 holes. This tabletop, or the workbench here, is over 1 inch thick, so that'll be plenty to handle what this is going to be putting out or dealing with. But yeah, I was so tempted to start cutting, and I didn't want to with it not being attached to anything. I didn't think that'd be a good idea. So that's good. So guys, I ran out of battery at some point in time, and I lost a whole part of a recording. What I ended up doing is I got this Velcro stuff here. It's Velcro. It's got the hook and loop on both sides, so you can roll it on itself. So instead of using one of those clamps like they recommended, I just threw a bunch of that Velcro on there. It worked just fine. And then I got these, I did 3 bolts in here. The 4th one, the table's real thick right there with the legs and everything, so I couldn't run a bolt in it, but that's, as you can see, that's 3. That's plenty. Yeah, I'm going to probably end up having to get blades or something later on. I'm having a little issue with that, but so here it is. There's swag. If you guys are interested in their table, I like it. I mean, it's really well made. Nothing's welded. It's all machine bent. I mean, they must have some really nice bending machines in their shop. But this is nice and thick. This is really good. Everything's really nice and clean. It bolted together really easy, quick and simple installation. Really neat ideas on how they do all this. So that's really cool. Nothing to really complain about with the saw. I just got it. I can maybe put out some follow-up videos later on, but these things have been around a very long time. This is one of many models they have. Some of them have a case. I didn't need the case because it's going to be in here or at the shop or at the homestead. They are made in China. That's the bad thing, like a lot of other things. We can't seem to get away from that. And then these are the blades. I think I might have bought the wrong blades, but I also think that no matter what blade I get, I'm going to have a hard time cutting D2 and 154 cm. I think I'm going to have to find a third-party bandsaw maker. So, you guys take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the channel. You got any comments, any questions or anything, leave them down below. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the likes and subscribes I'm getting both here and over on my Facebook channel, and Instagram followers if you're here. Hey there, how you doing? Keep an eye out for some more videos coming out soon. If you guys got any information about this bandsaw that I need to know about, or maybe some third-party companies that make bands, the blades for these things, let me know down below. Otherwise, you guys, thanks for stopping over. You guys take it easy, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take care.